This is a product review video as well as a kind of exercise demonstration video. So if you already have a TRX rip trainer, I got 3 exercises that I like. Maybe you want to see what the Pitchfork workout looks like, or the the chops, rotational chops, and then kind of the thruster or squat with the overhead press movement. And you can see those in this video. I'm going to show you them, demonstrate them, but I'm also going to talk about what I like about the rip trainer, what I don't like, and kind of how you can use it to your benefit. Alright, so this is the TRX rip trainer. It's fairly compact, weighs roughly about 8 pounds, or feels like it weighs 8 pounds. I don't know exactly how much it weighs, but it's very compact, and if you teach a boot camp class and you work out maybe outside or outdoors, it's actually really good. It does require a little bit of a good amount of space, so if you live in close quarters, it's not very good, just because if you have multiple people that you're training, it doesn't fit too well. I actually just bought it for my wife, and she loves it. But now she's into powerlifting, and I don't use it a whole lot these days. But I figure I might as well make a product review if I decide to sell it and buy some other piece of equipment. But it's a pretty good piece of equipment if you train clients, or again, like I said, if you want to improve your sport that requires some rotational movement, or I should say improve your fitness, because this is not going to make you a better golfer or football or baseball player, but it will help make you stronger and prevent injury. So you see, I'm wrapping it around just my squat rack here. It fits pretty good. Here I'm doing some rotational chops. Now if you look at me with my right hand, I have my right hand on there's 2 black little kind of grippings or grips, and my hand is on the lower end of the top part, and that right hand, the lower it is on the handle, the more difficult the movement. You could just see that I just slid it up, and what that does, it makes the exercise much more easier to do because it changes the line of pull. It makes it easier. It gives me more leverage. When I bring it down to the yellow piece, what happens is I lose leverage, and you can see how it shakes a lot more. There's many ways to do this. I'm actually doing this with a pivot. If you can't coordinate a pivot, or the people you're teaching can't coordinate a pivot, you can do it without a pivot. Here's on the left side, you can tell that I am right-handed because on the left side I'm not nearly as controlled. But the way you do it is you want to use mostly your body, and then as you use your body, you're extending the elbow. In this case, this is my left side, so I'm extending my left side. You're activating your core, you're engaging your abs, and you're just turning the hips and really using those kind of serratus anterior muscles and the obliques and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of cool if you want to get that feeling or effect. Here I'm doing some partials. This is really great for like punching movements. That's another sport I forgot to mention. If you do mixed martial arts or you like boxing, this is great for that because you get to train that rotational movement. What they did in one of the workshops I went to for the rip trainer is that we hit a pad, or someone's holding up a pad, and I just hit it with the edge of that stick, or with the rip trainer. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. You get your heart rate up and change some different ways to kind of change your body. Here is the Pitchfork, kind of a awkward exercise to teach for some people because you're having to squat and then reach forward and backwards. And what you're doing is you're actually working your posterior chain, which is kind of nice. You don't usually get to work your rear delts in a dynamic fashion. And there are many instances where this can be effective. Unfortunately, I can't think of any right now. But whether it's functional or not, the whole point of exercise for a lot of people is to kind of have fun. And although I like lifting heavy, boring iron weights, for some people this is enjoyable. It's just different. They get to feel their core. They get to just get a lot of different benefits from it. There are a lot of, I'm not really big on gimmicks for movements and exercises, but the hardest part about going to the gym or exercising is just doing it. And if you find a piece of equipment that gets you interested, hey, I'm all for it. I've played with the Bosu ball, stability balls, bands, all kinds of different things, and now I'm kind of going back to my old school barbell lifting, but a little off topic there. So this is the Pitchfork, the TRX rip trainer Pitchfork, and here I'm doing a squat to press, and it's kind of interesting because it's really unstable because I'm really only pressing with my right side. I'm essentially balancing with my left side, doing a squat with a press. It can get your heart rate really up, and you can see how I adjusted my right hand and brought it more in. And what that did was made it so that I lose a little bit of leverage, or I lose more control, and makes it more unstable. Now you can see how I attach it to my desk over there, table. I don't really recommend that because that's a little unstable. It might rip if you're pretty strong or you're really putting some tension on this thing, it can be a really bad idea. So let me just say, don't do that. If you're really going to get a good workout on it, or maybe if you're working out with someone who's a little bit not as strong, you can go ahead and you can just use it. But if you're really strong and you want to push yourself and really get some tension, then go ahead and do it. But generally, you don't want to put a lot of tension on furniture that's not really bolted to the ground. You want to put it on stuff like a weight rack or a squat rack or something like that. But anyway, that's my product review. If you like this review and you like the exercises that I've shown you, please click thumbs up, make a comment below. Maybe if there's something else you'd like me to show, I would gladly love to make a video on it if there's interest in it. But I figure, hey, why not make a product review video, show some exercises, and give my opinion on it. So anyways, it's a great piece of workout equipment for those looking to improve their strength in rotational sports, or just looking for a fun way to work out in a different way. If you're just in the barbell lifting, or even just in the CrossFit type of stuff, or maybe Olympic lifting, this is really not a product for you. Again, some of you might actually shun this piece of equipment, and a part of me shuns the equipment too, because I like old school lifting. But again, it's really just, it's all in perspective. Some people may laugh at yoga, or they may laugh at the stability balls and all these kind of things, and they'll criticize it. But fitness is changing. There are different things. Remember that I work in two worlds. I work in kind of a normal people world. People want to get in shape. That are just regular working people that just want to take care of their bodies, and they need a way to kind of stay interested because they get really bored. And the TRX Rip Trainer is great for that. But for the other audience that I cater to is for people who like to lift weights, heavy weights. I'm very passionate about barbell lifting. I'm a deadlift nerd. That's kind of one of my main things. But I got to mix it up. I'm a personal trainer. This is part of who I am, and I hope you like this video. Click subscribe, click like, and thanks for watching.